So let's do it. So get yourself some scales and a large mixing bowl, and we need some strong white bread flour. Weigh out 200 grams of your flour, pop that into the bowl and season with a pinch of sea salt. And then we need 100 milliliters of lukewarm water and 50 milliliters of olive oil. And then get in there with your hands, start mixing up the ingredients, and it will slowly start to form a rough dough. Soon as it all starts to come together, lose the mixing bowl, and we're going to want to knead the dough for a good 10 minutes. Use your hands, use your elbows if you have to, and after about 10 minutes or so, you'll find the dough starting to come together and it will become really nice and elasticy. But we're not ready just yet. The next step, you want to wrap your dough in cling film, and you need to leave it to prove for at least 2 hours. The best way is just to leave it overnight in a fridge though. So wrap it in cling film, stick it to one side, and next we need to prep some pecorino cheese. So take your pecorino, and we just want to grate this into a small bowl or a ramekin ready for when we cook. And so after at least 2 hours, but preferably overnight, get your dough out of the cling film and you'll see that it's beautiful, firm and doughy. So now we're ready to roll out our Pici pasta. So lightly flour a plate, and we're going to want to use a really nice clean dry chopping board. So take a small pinch of dough one at a time, roll them out with your hands. Don't worry about them being perfect. This is a really nice traditional dish, so it doesn't matter if there's slightly different sizes and thicknesses. It all just adds lovely texture to the dish. So roll them out with your hands, and I like them to be about half the size of traditional spaghetti, but you can make them as long as you like. Once you've rolled out your peaches, you just want to chuck them into the flour to give them a really nice light dusting, just so they don't stick together. And then I like to pop them into a bowl, ready to chuck into your boiling water when we cook them off. So once you've got all of your peaches ready, we're ready to cook. So take a saucepan, pour in some boiling water, season the pasta water generously, and then when it's up to a boil, chuck in your Pici pasta. And this will literally take a couple of minutes to cook. So give it a minute, give one of your peaches a try, make sure it's al dente, and we're ready to go. So I like to take a saucepan, pop it onto the heat, add a few generous twists of black pepper, give that 15 seconds or so just to start to toast, add a pinch of sea salt, and then chuck in your Pici pasta. As well as the pasta, you want to go in with a ladle of your pasta water and chuck in a knob of butter. Soon as the butter starts to melt through, go in with a nice blob of mascarpone cheese. Give that a quick stir so it starts to get nice and creamy, and then go in with a nice handful of your pecorino cheese and also a handful of your Parmesan cheese. Give it a really good stir through. So very quickly guys, if you can just hit that subscribe button below and give the video a like if you're enjoying it. Make sure everything is nicely melted and mixed together, and it will be beautiful and creamy. And then I like to finish this version of Cacio Pepe with a touch of double cream. So pour in a dash of cream, give that one last good stir through, and then take your saucepan off of the heat, pile the pasta onto a plate, and I like to finish this dish with a grating of Parmesan cheese. So really not traditional, but absolutely delicious. You really want to give this one a try. Sign up to my newsletter in the description below for the full recipe, and I'll see you next time.